Hey, so this is Brandon, and I've got a cool new feature that we're just wrapping up in Zeplay, and we're really excited to show you. So one of the things in Zeplay that's always been a little bit of a pain is if you need to export content into multiple different codecs or to multiple different locations. Zeplay gave you a setting to select all those options, but you only had one setting, so you had to go change the settings between exports if you needed to send the same file to multiple places. What we did now is we added the option for you to define multiple exporting presets. So under preferences here, if I just go to import and export, we can now see that we have this list of archive presets. By default, it's going to automatically migrate the settings over from your existing Zeplay software. So you'll see all your settings and nothing will really change behavior-wise. What's cool though now is that now I can just hit this new button and I can define another one. So let's say I use like a shared system for editing. So we'll call this shared edit. And I can tell it where that is. It's right there. And then I can select what type of file I want. So I want a ProRes file. And then since I'm going to be sending this out to my editors, they want some extra heads and tails just in case, so I'm going to give them 5 seconds of pre-roll, 5 seconds of post-roll, and I'm going to say that I only want to export the selected play and only the good angles. So save that. Now Zeplay also gives me the option here to select which of these presets gets used by default. So if you export something and you don't specifically pick which preset you want, then it's going to use the default one. So I'm going to leave that on default HD, because that's what I want to use normally. And then when I want to send it to the shared edit, I'll use this other one. So I'll save that. Now, if I export, if I have a couple replays here, say these two, and I say export, I can select which of the presets I want. So now I can send this off to my default HD preset, or I can send it to the newly created shared edit preset. That is going to pre-populate my pre-roll and post-roll settings. It's going to also select the export and include filters so that it gets the right things. So right now it's only going to give me the selected plays, so just these two, and only the good angles. So just the red angle of the first play and just the green angle of the second play. So I'm going to hit archive. That's going to do it. So if I wanted to send that to both places, I could, with those still selected, just go there and say now also send that to default HD. So that's going to send out a copy of each file as ProRes, and also to a different location a copy of each file as an MPEG file. You can also then use the same kind of mechanics with a sequence. So if I have a sequence here and I just hit export, it's going to export that using the default preset. I can now hit this little extra button here to select which other preset I want. So instead of default, I want to send this to shared edit. Go there and export that clip that way. So that's very quick and easy. Obviously, because we're very passionate about it, we added macro support for all this as well. So under the keyboard settings here, I just have this set to some dumb keys on the keyboard. But I get under replays, I can export using a preset. So now I can say when I hit the A key, export using a preset using the default settings. When I hit the B key, export using the preset, but this time I want to use the shared edit settings. And then I can do the same thing for sequences. So if I have sequences here, I can say export selected sequences, and I can say export that using the default settings, and then also export using the shared edit settings. So now, if I hit A, let's select a different replay here. If I hit A, we're going to export those clips using the default settings. And we'll hit B, and we'll see those export using our shared edit settings. And then I can go here, and same thing for sequences. I can just say C to export this item using my default, and then D to export this item using the shared edit settings. So if you have multiple Zeplay systems, if you need to send files to editors, if you need to archive all your content at the end of the game, we think this is going to be a really valuable feature so that you can more easily get content where it needs to go. Thanks for watching. Take care.